Good morning, viewers. I am Supriya Dinodia, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Pandit JLN Government College, Faridabad. Today I will discuss the Canterbury Tales written by Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer conceived the idea of a pilgrimage to bring together an assorted company of people as tellers of those tales. It is a description of vivid pen portraits of pilgrims. We are no longer in the world of allegorical abstractions, ancient gods or heroes, but in the real world of living men and women. Chaucer ushered in the era of modern literature and established himself as the greatest European poet of his time. 30 pilgrims, including Chaucer, have put up at the Tabard Inn in Southwark. They were bound on a pilgrimage to the shrine of St. Thomas a Becket at Canterbury. After supper, the host proposes that each pilgrim should tell 2 tales on the forward journey and 2 on the return journey. The teller of the story is to be judged by the host and is to be entertained to a supper at the tabard at the general expense. 30 pilgrims are drawn from all classes of the society except royalty. Military or fighting class is represented by knight. Religious order is represented by poor parson, a monk, a friar, a prioress with a chaplain nun, and 3 priests, a summoner, and a pardoner. Connected with land, franklin, reeve, and a ploughman. Liberal professions represented by yeoman, a doctor, a lawyer, a clerk, or student of Oxford, and the poet himself. Trade represented by a merchant, a shipman, haberdasher, and the host of the Tabard Inn. Crafts represented by wife of Bath, a carpenter, a weaver, a dyer, and a tapestry maker. A municipal and a cook complete the secular order. The prologue is a masterpiece of characterization. It is a picture gallery depicting the contemporary society of England in all its variety and color. Each pilgrim is at once an individual and a type of the class to which he belongs. His technique is such that he sketches outline of a character by broadly describing the characteristic or typical features of his profession, then fills it with minute details, physical or moral, that make it palpitate with life. Chaucer introduces ironic humor to make resultant portrait not only strong individual but highly amusing. The carelessness is studied and deliberate, designed to give impression of naturalness and spontaneity. With the exception of the knight, the poor parson, and the ploughman, there is not a single character that escapes Chaucer's ironical humor. His wide sympathies and tolerant humanity enabled him to give us types of men and women who, with minor variations, are essentially the same in all ages. Professor Sainsbury denies Chaucer's pilgrims that element of universality which we associate with the characters of Shakespeare. If it means anything, it means they are memorable, and a character can't be memorable without a strongly marked individuality. The best tale is that of the wife of Bath, his greatest comic creation. Her discourse is not only a revelation of her own sexual morality, which is that of a hen coop, but is at the same time a brilliant though unconscious satire on women. Pardoner's prologue is also remarkable, being a shameless exposure of his trickery and hypocrisy. These prologues, together with the host's word to the pilgrims as he invites them to tell their tales, their comments and criticism, and above all their squabbles on the journey, not only link up the tales in a sequence but serve to give life, movement and drama to the cavalcade as it moves on its way. The scheme of the tales originally was that of 124 tales, but actually only 24 tales could be written. Chaucer's tale of the Melibee and the Parson's tale are in prose and the rest in verse. The longest tale is Knight's Tale, the shortest is the Cook's Tale. There is wide variety in subject in the Canterbury Tales, ranging from chivalry, romance, devotion and virtue on the one hand to low intrigue and plain bawdry on the other. Literary sources of these tales are Italian, classical and oriental, while popular sources were the fabliaux or war stories, usually humorous and satirical, that circulated among the masses. The verse, with the exception of burlesque romance of Sir Topaz, is either in heroic couplets or in the stanzas. The Canterbury Tales, all the tales can be grouped in series. These are 20 in number: the Knight's Tales, the Man of Laws, the Prioress, the Nuns, the Priests, the Clerks, the Squires and the Franklins. Humorous are 4: the Millers, the Reeves, Summoners and the Merchants. The Canterbury Tales were Chaucer's greatest work. All the qualities are exhibited most characteristically. We are struck by the clarity, the simplicity and the precision of his style. There is pathos in his style, there is pathos in his tales, but he keeps his emotion perfectly under control. His style is racy and fluent. Chaucer's gift lay not in lyric but in narration and characterizations. In the words of Saintsbury, his expression is the expression of the poet, his thought, the thought of the dramatist or novelist. For reference, I have used History of English Literature by W.H. Hudson, and these are the links of recommended videos. Thank you.